So how's everyone doing? Still okay? The last bit. So I'm going to talk about this. So who's new for the first time ever on a Forever event? Well, you've guessed by now that we are all about aloe, I hope. And we are all about health and beauty products based on aloe vera. And we have been around for more than 40 years. But what makes us really a special company is that we don't only offer products to consumers, we also offer a product-based business opportunity. And we have been around for 42 years, and there might be moments that some of you wonder, is there still a market out there for us as a company or for our products? I checked yesterday with the team here in the UK and I asked them, so how many times did someone Google aloe vera last month in the UK? So there were 33,000 people Googling aloe vera last month after 42 years in the market. That means 33,000 people in a month that are out there waiting for you guys to tell them about our company and about our great products. And that was not only last month. On average, every month there are between 30 and 40,000 people searching, Googling on aloe vera. So is there a market still for us? Yes, you bet. Well, we as a company, we have a mission. And very often a mission statement is something that is on the wall somewhere in the corporate head office. And it gets very dusty and no one looks at it. We also have a mission statement and we think it's really important. Today, I got the chance to listen in on all the great sessions in the pots. And actually a lot of it was about the system that we use or that you can use. The system we apply. Basically everything is based on First Steps to Manager. That is a system. What I think what the mission statement is for you, what it can be for you, is not about the system that we apply. It's about the attitude that we think FBOs should have if they want to work with the biggest producer of aloe vera in the world and one of the best companies in the world, what I believe. So what is a mission statement? What can you do with it? Actually, our mission statement is what we as a company intend to do, what we intend to mean to the world as a company, what we want to achieve as a company. And for you, it's really important to align your actions with what we intend to do. So that's what a mission statement is. Now, I don't know whether you've come across the mission statement of Forever, but it is a lot of words and it is great on the wall and then you will never read it. But I think it's really, there is a lot of value in this mission statement. So today I want to bring it a little bit alive and making it a little bit easier to understand what this mission statement is all about. And you don't have to read it all because it's too much text and you get dizzy. So let's start with the first part of it. We will create a profitable environment. Now when people read this, I don't know what profitable, I know what profitable means in English, but maybe it has more meanings than one. And I certainly think it has more meanings than one. Some people think it's all about the money. And actually, I think in Forever, you might sometimes get an impression, but I'm here to assure you, for most people, the money plays an important role, but not the only role. So it's not always about the money. It's Forever benefits people. That's what we do. And we benefit people in a lot of ways. And one of the most important ways we benefit people is with our products. People get a benefit from our products. And that is, I think, the base for all of you who try to build a business with our products. And yes, you can earn a lot of money if you put enough effort, time, and dedication into it. Then you can earn money. You have enough examples, and John and Jane are fine examples, but there are more examples here in the UK. And of course, internationally, there are many examples of people who really build a success for themselves, who totally flip their life into something really great. And yes, there is no ceiling in the earnings, it's all great. But I will show you later on in the presentation that that is not what most FBOs come for when they join Forever. A lot of FBOs basically are really happy with just some extra money. They see it as a side kick or a side gig. They do it for somewhat extra money just to do some extras for their family, and they're totally happy with that. And this is the majority of what drives people in a company like Forever. I will come back to this later. Where individuals can, with dignity, be what they want to be. If you want to be successful in Forever, and today that is more true than ever before, it's all about authenticity. If you want to survive in this world, there is only one way, and that is to stay authentic. And it's okay to stay whoever you are, the way you are. You don't need to pretend to be something else. You don't need to act as something else. Forever is a place where there is a place for everyone. No matter what your background is, no matter what your gender is, no matter what makes you tick, there is a place for everyone, as long as you're authentic and yourself. And it's not for only older generations, it's for new generations as well. And this is so important because some of the negativity of our industry comes basically from people who were the opposite of authentic, who try to impress people with stories that were not necessarily true, making promises that are not really true and cannot be lived up to. And that is exactly what we don't want you to turn into. So always remember, stay authentic. And especially in this world with social media, it is even more important. Don't ever try to be someone else. Just be yourself. It's good enough. And that will make you stand out of the rest. And not telling the truth is something that maybe has to do with integrity, because we think we want to be a company where integrity and empathy and fun are our guides. Now, to start with integrity, we all know that is a very important value for us, and we as a company really insist on that we attract people who have a high level of integrity. What is integrity? Basically, it's doing the right thing, what feels right, but doing the right thing also if other people are not watching you. Integrity is one of our core values, and so is empathy. Empathy is something very simple. It's just showing interest in the other person on the other side of the table. And that is something that you can learn. And that is something that you need to learn. And it's very simple. Just show some sincere interest in what the other person wants or needs. And with products, it's fairly easy to find out what somebody could benefit from. But if you build a business, you need to work a little bit more on that. You need to find out what is important to that other person. And your own ambition and your own reason why you started Forever is not necessarily their reason why they want to start Forever. So you need to find that out. And that takes a little work and that takes a little skills. And you will learn those skills on days like this, other training days, and from your sponsor and upline. And then fun. Fun is also something that is really important in Forever. And our founder himself, Rex, always says, if it doesn't make fun, you need to change something. And he always liked fun. And it runs in the family because it's what we don't take things too seriously in this company, not always. And I think that's really important. And we have tried, and we have learned to do that as well. Not only the top guys, but also other people in leading positions always try to have fun. And that is also what we ask you to do, because FBOs are also interested to have fun. So always make sure it makes fun if you work with Forever. And there will be moments that are not that fun, but always try to turn it and always see it into perspective. And that's why we also do our events and bring people to fun places, interesting places. And if it's not fun enough, then we turn it into spectacular places. Because we want people to enjoy life. And fun is part of that, and spectacular trips is another part of that. And that is there for every FBO to earn. We will create and cherish a passion for and belief in our company, our products, and our industry. I want to tell you a little bit about our industry. I don't know, you might have heard some of these details, but this is some statistics that we got from the European DSA. And this is from research that we did in 11 countries in Europe. And we did research among people like you, but not only from Forever, but from all other MLM companies, direct sales companies in Europe. So they interviewed 30,000 people to learn from them what makes them tick, what is important to them. Well, first of all, what we learned from the statistics is that this is a huge industry, and you should be proud of the industry that we represent. 30 billion euros big, and it is huge. So we are not a small industry, we are a large industry. You are part of a big industry. What is also really interesting is that if you sometimes read the news or see some articles in the press about network marketing, they always make you believe that all companies are only trying to get you buy a lot of products, put them in your garage, and there they are, and you never earn money. It makes you totally unhappy. Sounds familiar? Well, it's totally not true. If you ask the people who are in the industry, almost 80% is totally satisfied with what they're doing. So it's not at all a fact that we, as an industry, make people unhappy. It's the other way around. The 78% is actually slightly more than what you would find in any other industry. 70% says it's exceeding or it's meeting or exceeding my expectations. And this is important. 63% are doing it just for this extra money as a side gig. They're not in it to be a millionaire. And it's really important to understand that these people are happy with what they do. So always appreciate people who are just in there for the extra money. And people who are in there for the extra money are not necessarily failed networkers. You have to understand that. It's perfectly fine to create a group of retailers, for example. And it actually makes you a perfect networker if you know how to recruit retailing FBOs. There's nothing wrong with that. So what is important for people? Why do they want to join a company, and what is keeping them in this industry? What drives them is the freedom, the independence, not having a boss, and the flexibility. This is a new word in English, I see, flexibility. Well, it's Dutch for flexibility, actually. But that is what really is important for people, that you can create the work around your family. So if you need to talk to people, try to find out if that is also important to them, and then you have a reason why they might want to join you in your team. So what is motivating people to keep on going? The personal contacts. People in this industry love to work with people, and it is about the personal contacts that keeps them going. And also, of course, the high-quality products. Their access to high-quality products for themselves with always a discount. That is important for them to be in this industry. And then what is making us unique as an industry? First of all, it's the inclusivity. I said it before, we are open to all FBOs. We don't ask you what your education was. We don't ask you what your background is. Everyone is welcome and we want to work inclusive. Low barrier entrepreneurship. There is no other way of being an entrepreneur with such a low barrier. You don't need to invest, you don't need personnel. It is so easy to become an entrepreneur. But also, what is important for people and what keeps people coming back to events and who stay in forever is the social connection. And we don't mind. There are people, and you probably all know them, FBOs who have been hanging around for years, and maybe they're just still an assistant supervisor, but they just want to have the energy of a group like you, positive people. And it's really nice. And let them. We are inclusive. And then the economical contribution. It's not as bad right now with unemployment as it used to be. But of those 30,000 people who were interviewed, 29% of those came out of a situation of unemployment and then built up their income via network marketing. So we are really important for the economies in the countries where we are active. So it's really things that you should be proud of. So never let anyone tell bad about our industry. We have lots of elements why you should be proud on working in this industry. What is also really important is that your passion and your enthusiasm and your belief is what creates the image, not only of our industry, but also of our company. You are creating the image of our industry out there. You are creating the image of Forever out there. And that is what you do in every conversation you have with a new person. So it's really important to give the right impression, tell the right stories, tell how it is. You don't need to brag or make promises that are not sustainable. We're good enough as we are. And that is when you talk about products. And now it stops for one reason or another. Am I doing something wrong? Help! Can someone move the slides? Back there. Hello? Yeah, no, the other way around. Yeah, one further. Yeah. And it's also it's not only passion you need when you sell and promote our products. It's also the passion that you need in leading your team. And that is what brings you the success, the passion for our products, the passion for our company, the passion for our concept. And then, if you do that successfully, success will come. Yeah, no, 2 Brits. And with success, the belief becomes stronger and stronger. That's why we want you to be successful, because it creates the belief and it makes it so strong that people never want to leave forever. Now, and that is not only success in that sense, and creating belief is not only what happens if you are that successful that you get a trip offered by Forever. Really, it's important that you create that belief with small steps right from the beginning. And belief starts with a new person who decides to buy 2CC and become an assistant supervisor. The belief starts when you help that person to get some money in his pocket or her pocket. That's what creates the belief, and that is one of the most decisive moments in the career of that person, the first time that person earns some money. And it doesn't need to be big money. Any money that that person starts to earn is what creates the belief and what helps them to stay. So let that be your purpose with a new person right away. Get that person some money in the pocket. And always be frank with what we have to offer. Like I mentioned that already before. That's how we create and you create a sound image of Forever out there, and that's what we need. We will seek knowledge and balance. It's another part of our mission statement. We as a corporate, we do that. We learn and we want to improve our products all the time. And for example, our new drinks and the way we learned how to produce our products without any preservatives is a good example of using the knowledge that we create. And the balance, it's also, we balance our knowledge with the knowledge of others, and we balance the best of nature with the best of science. We don't necessarily produce only 100% natural products. If there is good science about ingredients, then we are happy to use whatever is safe and good and where we know it is improving the products. But for you as an FBO, it's also really important to seek knowledge and balance. We grow not only aloe, we also grow people. And that is one of the main drivers also for people to stay in this industry, the personal development that we have to offer. And it's really important for, if you are a new FBO, to really dive into it and be open to learn some new skills and get some new knowledge. And that is actually why I like this concept so much, because these days in the setup that you have chosen now, and now I've done for the second time, is offering for new people so much knowledge in one day and so much good content. And that is really what people need. Because it is not easy if you start as an FBO. You all have experienced it. So we need to help people to have that knowledge and seek balance. So that's why it's so important to attend trainings and to develop yourself, even if it means that you have to go out of your comfort zone. And always be open to new insights and new learnings. I don't think that there is any successful FBO who can state, I know everything and I don't need to learn anything. The most successful FBOs are still open to new knowledge, new facts, new insights. And what is so beautiful is that this personal development is offering, what we have to offer is so much of value to so many people, and it is making people feel that they succeed, and actually it is helping them to succeed. And often we only see the famous people at the top. You know them? Yeah? But you know what? Forever has so many FBOs that are successful in their definition of what is success. And we have never heard of them. Well, a part of those 4. This is a good example. This is a couple from Hungary. And I don't know whether, well, those 4 have heard about them. Gergely and Barbara. And you can forget their names, because we have many of those FBOs that have a name but are not famous. But they are successful in their perspective of what success is. This is a couple who, just like you, attended trainings and learned how to build a business. They fell in love with the products, felt passionate about the products, and started to build online. They built their business online. And the thing is, they came from a financial background, and basically they were working with computers all day. And they had to learn, in terms of personal development, that not everything can be done from behind a screen. They built up a very successful business behind the screen, online, but they had to make their own self-development and personal development in a total different way. Because at a certain moment, when they were so successful, of course, they were asked to come on stage and train people, like here on a stage. And that was totally outside their comfort zone. And their learning was to leave that comfort zone and jump into it. And so they did. And so they actually discovered that passion and enthusiasm is enough to make you a great trainer on stage. And by doing that, leaving that comfort zone, they actually really discovered there are no limits once you leave that comfort zone and really plunge into new things. And their definition of success is not to be a billionaire. They are not a millionaire, but they have created a lifestyle around their young family. They are flexible, they can spend time with their family, they have enough money to do that, they don't need to work in the IT industry anymore. That is their definition of success. They are successful FBOs, and no one ever has heard about them. And Forever is full of examples like this. So you don't need to be famous to feel successful in Forever. And that's great in Forever. And above all, we will be courageous. We lead our company and FBOs. That's the last bit of our mission statement. And I think courageous is the key word here. Courageous is taking decisions, is to be on a day like today, having listened to all the stories, and then taking the decision, yes, this is where I want to put my energy. Or taking again the decision and saying, yes, in the new year, or even better, in December, I'm going to put new energy because I take the decision to put the right activities behind this, because I still have belief in the company, I have belief in myself, I know this company will be around, and I will be courageous. And especially if you start to create a team or have a team, it needs courage to lead a team and to motivate them and to inspire them, even if sometimes things are not going that smooth. And actually what we want you to do is to be courageous and say, I'm going to do it anyway, whatever people say. Because I don't know how it is for you, but I bet there are lots of you who are being called crazy somewhere in the process. Anyone ever heard or anyone ever was called crazy? Not so many. No, we're all being called crazy. Actually, I'm on the corporate side of the company, and they called me crazy because I work for an MLM company. So we all know how it is. And actually what you need to do is to say, I'm going to do it anyway. Now, out of all people, I think women are being called crazy even more often than men, especially in this industry. So I brought a piece of video where especially women are being called crazy. But all the men in the room, please look through that, because I know some of you are being called crazy as well. And this piece of video is about people who are being called crazy. Let's see if it works.
If we show emotion, we're called dramatic. If we want to play against men, we're nuts. And if we dream of equal opportunity, delusional. When we stand for something, we're unhinged.
Sue Bird's gonna need to calm down.
When we're too good, there's something wrong with us. And if we get angry, we're hysterical, irrational, or just being crazy. But a woman running a marathon was crazy.
Officials tried to pull her off the course.
A woman boxing was crazy. A woman dunking? Crazy. Coaching an NBA team? Crazy. A woman competing in a hijab, changing her sport, landing a double cork 1080, or winning 23 Grand Slams, having a baby, and then coming back for more? Crazy, 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 and crazy. So if they want to call you crazy, fine. Show them what crazy can do.
So this is my invitation to you. Show the world what crazy can do. Don't mind if people call you crazy. You know better. Good luck with Forever. Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you.